Okay, let's study some history. Over here. Bum, bum, bum. While the rest of the civilized world attempted to recover from the destruction and anguish of World War I. Interesting. The man who led the nation through most of the roaring 20s was Calvin Coolidge, 1872 through 1933. Okay, let's go over here. The best remembered aeronautical feat of the decade occurred in May 1927, when Charles Lindbergh made the first solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean. 25-year-old Lucky Lindy made that heroic flight from New York to Paris in a Spirit of St. Louis in 33.5 hours. Wildly enthusiastic shouts greeted him on as he landed at Le Bourget Field outside Paris. The world proclaimed Lindy a hero, but Lindbergh was not the only hero of aviation in the 1920s. A year before Lindbergh made his historic flight in 1926, Commander Richard Byrd of the U.S. Navy flew over the North Pole later in 1929 while making valuable explorations in the Antarctic region. Commander Byrd flew over the South Pole. The achievements of Lindbergh and Byrd did much to encourage the advancement of aviation. While the rest of the civilized world, the first commercial radio station, KDK8 in Pittsburgh, went on the air in 1920. Soon hundreds of local radio stations were operating in every section of the country, and the National Broadcasting Company, NBC, began the first national radio network in 1927. By 1927, there were radios. 1929, there were radios in half the homes in the United States. Growing number of families gathered around their radio each evening to hear current world news and to be entertained by a favorite singer, comedian, or world-renowned sequel or adventure. Americans of all ages tuned in to hear the music of Irving Berlin or the comedies of Amos and Andy. As the movie industry grew, motion picture theaters appeared even in small towns. In 1915, producer D.W. Griffith made the birth of a nation, which introduced improved film techniques. One of the favorite stars of the silent screen was comedian Charlie Chaplin. In 1927, Al Jolson started the first talkie, The Jazz Singer. Soon theaters throughout the country were wired for sound. Hi. And that's what happens when you study too much.